r/IAmA. I am Italian, Rome, and also operator of the Italian Red Cross. AMA. Posted by lordprot. Hi, I'm an Italian 20 years old that also works in the Italian Red Cross in medical transports, not in emergency, not doc or nurse. If you have any questions about the situation here in Italy during this coronavirus emergency, I'm in Rome, the capital, just ask me. The photo below is upper uniform of the Italian Red Cross with my Reddit username. I am seeing people telling others that masks are not helpful. This is not true. How to use masks. FFP2 and FFP3 masks, if wear properly, stop the virus. Surgical masks stop the infected to spread the virus, but don't protect the person that is wearing them. They stop the so-called droplets. FFP1 masks are not helpful. Should people in the US be staying inside at home even if they don't have symptoms? As I understand it, the answer is yes, so that we can decrease density and slow the infection rates to keep hospitals below operating capacity, but I see many people still going out to bars, partying, etc. You should limit your sorties to the essentials. Try not to touch too many things and wash your hands. Healthy persons are the ones where these rules applies the most. Prior to going on lockdown, what was the overall atmosphere from the general public? Did they understand the seriousness of COVID-19? Not at all, it was kinda a meme here. Then news from the regions in the north of Italy arrived, the deaths and the problems that hospitals have with so many patients. Now it is a serious issue for everyone, and people in everyday life try to keep a distance with others. Hello. I wanted to ask if you know if pet stores are open? Sorry if it's not a question you hoped for, but it seems like my country will go into lockdown too, and I want to know if I need to buy pet food right now. Yes, they are in the list of the shops that are authorized to stay open. Smiley face. Are you worried about getting sick? Yes, a little bit. During medical transports we do have double gloves, FFP2, FFP3 masks and full medical suit if necessary. During normal life, I try to stay at home most of the time. When I need to go out from important stuff, groceries for example, I wash my hand regularly, I don't touch my face, and I keep distance with everyone. How are you handling, personally? Does it seem like it to you that it's one of those end-of-the-world situations where you are? There are police cars that use the speaker with an already registered message that says, "You have to stay at home." Permissions to go out will be checked by police officers. Staying at home is the right thing to do. Looks surreal. Looks like an horror movie when they pass in the night with the lights on, trust me. There are police and military checkpoints that control the reason you are out. Thank you for doing this, AMA. How has the Red Cross been able to maintain logistics, and get supplies from point A to point B? As well, has manufacturing been shut down, and if so, how has that affected the supply chain? Red Cross vehicles have special permissions and can go on street without problems. Right now we are constructing a distribution chain to deliver door-to-door food and drugs. Ambulances that work for the 112 emergency number are doing extra schedule work. As well, has manufacturing been shut down, and if so, how has that affected the supply chain? The supply chain of food, medical stuff, basic life needs are secured by the government. Every other public business is closed. Manufacturing are open with some restrictions on people per space and must use of gloves, masks. If possible, must work from home. Red Cross and hospitals too have problem with the supplies of masks, that are rapidly going to run out. Right now we are constructing a factory to build them here in Italy. Do you think it will have a long-term effect on the general population's mind when it comes to social life after Corona? Yes, I think it will change for a long time the way we interact with others. Can you explain this more in depth? Italians are well known for being very close to each other when speaking. I think this will change for a long time, even the importance we give on normal things like washing hands. How are the homeless being treated? How long do your gov expect this to last? To homeless are given food supplies and drugs when needed by the Italian Red Cross and other associations. Right now the gov is trying to understand it will need something like 2 weeks if the closing of the business and the quarantine helped or not. Haven't stated about how much they expect this to last. Seeing that the US van potentially be in your spot, what do you wish you did to prepare 4 weeks ago? Prohibit assemblies of people by law, parties, disco, pubs. Educate people on washing hands, don't touch the face and keeping a distance of at least 1 meter with others. Improve the capacity of hospitals and the medical staff, docs and nurses. How well is confinement respected in Italy? There's talk of imposing total quarantine here in France starting tomorrow or Tuesday too. Are the hospitals at capacity? At first it was not much respected, now it is, and people not following the rules are badly viewed by the society and reported to the police. There are police and military checkpoints. Our police officers checked 140,000 people this week and reported 7,000 people for not respecting the law. How do you think all of this will end? I think everything is slowly going to reopen and work again. Right now we need to reduce the spread of the virus because we are building new hospitals and new equipment is going to the hospitals that already exist. I think in May everything is going to reopen, but even us, Italians, that are known to be very touchy during conversations, will change their habits for a long time. The real problem of this virus is that it is so contagious that hospitals can't handle the patients. In the Italian Red Cross we are doing medical transports to move people with other disease to their homes when possible to have more beds for the coronavirus positive patients. Hi. Many thanks for taking the time out to do this IAmA. I've read that places like Italy and Spain have closed everything down except for pharmacies and grocery stores. 1. If this is true, who is working at these places? How are employees staying safe? I'm an American, so I apologize if these industries have public sector elements that I'm overlooking. Damn near everything is privatized here, for better or worse. Mostly worse, too. Assuming a United States lockdown would be implemented in a similar fashion, are people right to be stocking up on food right now? 1. It is true. Employees that must work are given masks and gloves by their employer. 2. Here in Italy our gov guaranteed that food supplies aren't a problem, so there is no need to stock up. The supermarkets are full of food as usual. What are the steps in getting a permission to go out? You can print it by your own, where you state your necessity, food supplies, health issues, works. Then if you are stopped by police officers, there are police and military checkpoints, those permission will be examined. Are products like fresh fruit and vegetables available in the food shops? If so, are any measures taken to prevent people touching and feeling all the products then putting them back without buying? Yes, they are available as normal days. Food supplies are guaranteed. People must use gloves when touching food. How are people staying healthy in quarantine? Can you still go for a run around the block, along the river? You can work out outside for a maximum of 1 hour, but not in a group. Distance with each other must be respected. How are universities dealing with the situation? As a college student in the US we are unsure of what the administration will decide to do. They already extended spring break and online classes, but at that point we only have 5 to 6 weeks of school left. What will they do about graduation? All universities and schools are closed. Exams are made via video conference when possible. Nurse and medical universities can do the graduation exam through video conference. Graduations of those specific universities are anticipated of 1 month because the state needs more doctors and nurses. Are there any punishments in place for people who don't respect the quarantine regulations? Are they arrested by the carabinieri or soldiers? Punishments: fine of a maximum of €600 and jail for a maximum of 3 months. Carabinieri, police and soldiers do report them to the authorities, judges. Sorry, but the important questions must be asked. How is the pasta supply at the grocery store? Ha 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 ha, they are okay, thanks for asking, smiley face. Besides that people are panicking, have you noticed something different in their behavior? Everyone keep distance with each other in a very strange way, especially for us Italians that are known for being touchy. If someone does not wear mask is looked in a bad way. Hi, thanks for doing the AQA. Weird question, but we have livestock, horses. Have people been allowed out to feed and look after their animals? Yes, it is totally allowed. Pet shops are open. How much training were you given for this particular outbreak? The course that give you access to ambulances contains training in biological and chemical risks. We had a retraining on that, reinforcing the importances on using gloves and masks, and training on the use of the full vest. There is a special way to dress and undress it. How long can COVID survive on a surface? WHO says that depends on surfaces. Coronaviruses, it is a type of virus, can survive up to 9 days in plastic and metal. COVID-19 is not actually well known how much it lasts on surfaces. There are not complete informations about the topic right now. What would happen should a non-Italian become critically ill while traveling in Italy? Non-Italian and Italians are treated the same way. The health here is public and everyone is treated the same way, you do not need insurance. You are an absolute legend for making it to the end. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please hit that like button. And if you can't get enough, consider subscribing. See you around.